Oh, straight in.
Straight in.
Hi, and welcome to another Meguiars UK video. I guess this is another day in the bay.
It is a day in the bay.
No, we have products in detail, we have Tom versus Dale, we have tip of the bay, product profiles, but this, Tom's here. So it's a pretty special one today. So for many years we've been working with Edition 38. Every year they give away a raffle car at their big show of the year. And this year we have this Mark III GTI Golf. We always prep the car for them and they bring it to us nice and dirty. We detail it, goes to show, people buy raffle tickets, and away it goes. What we know so far. It's a Mark III GTI.
Yep.
Silver.
Nice.
BBS.
BBS Splits.
Yes.
Whoosh.
And
oh, it's a nice little buckets
really nice
in there.
period, like nice Recaro seats. So we're gonna obviously use our kind of pre-wash products. So we're gonna be using obviously the multi-purpose cleaner, the wheel cleaner, snow foam, and then we're gonna go in with the Wash Plus. I wanna give it a real deep scrub before we get it in the bay and give it a nice tidy revival kind of detail, do the plastics, just make it really nice and tidy and clean and detailed for anyone that wins the car. So a little recap on what we've done so far. So what we've done is try and remove any kind of loose contaminants before we physically touch the car. So we've cleaned the wheels using our Ultimate All-Wheel Cleaner. And then we kind of softened up the dirt and grime around the lower section ingrained in the plastics using our heavy-duty multi-purpose cleaner. And that way we're really kind of degreasing those surfaces and getting that dirt and grime out. And then we've jet washed the car down to hose away any kind of loose contaminants. And then we've snow foamed it to kind of pre-wash it even more to really soften up any kind of surface grime, any kind of road grease, any dirt that's on there. So before we physically touch the car with a wash mitt, it's a nice kind of clean surface. We want to get as much of the kind of bigger contaminants as we can, so we don't push them around with a wash mitt. So now we're going to use our Wash Plus to give this car a really nice deep scrub. Now this is our hand applied shampoo. Do one panel at a time, jet wash the panel, use the hand applied shampoo to really give it a nice deep clean. Clean it in our 2-bucket method, hose it off, and then move on to the next one. So one thing to keep in mind about our Wash Plus, this is not a kind of regular maintenance product because it does contain those polishing agents. It will kind of give it a deeper scrub which will remove any kind of wax that you may have on the surface. So this is more of a restart button. So if you've purchased a car that you want to give a real deep clean to, or you want to take something off that you don't want on the surface of the paint, that's when you're going to use our Wash Plus. So the day in the bay has finally ended up in the bay. So we've degreased the car, we've washed it down using our Wash Plus. Now the car was in really good condition paint wise, so the Wash Plus, because of the polishing agents, has kind of like semi-clayed the surface, so we felt the car doesn't need a clay, so we can move straight on to kind of the revival stage. So we're going to use our 3-in-1 wax for a few different reasons. So we're going to use the kind of cleaning abilities in that to really brighten up the silver. but also because it's synthetic, it's going to give that really nice brightness to the white and really magnify that fleck that's in the metallic. You've kind of seen us use this by hand mostly and just gently applying it like a wax, but we're going to use our yellow polishing disc to kind of work the product a little bit more. So instead of just doing one passage, we'll do two to kind of really work the surface, remove any kind of light surface swells that may be on there, but also give that paint a real good brightness.
Yeah, the 3-in-1 is kind of like a multi-use product, so it has polish. Yeah, exactly,
it's free.
So it's like a compound, a polish and a wax in one.
Yeah, so it removes swells, water spots and light blemishes, but also brightens up the colour using those chemical cleaners, and then after all of that, it's going to protect the paint using those wax properties. So because we are working the product a little bit more, I'm just going to put a little bit more than I would if I was just applying the wax. So because we're going to be working a bit more, so a bit more backbone to the product. Now, one of the big advantages to using a synthetic wax is you can, with a Canuba, they're naturally very rich and they're a natural product. So if left a bit too long, a Canuba can go a bit firm and it might take you a little bit longer to take off. In synthetic wax, it's going to stay nice and soft. So when it comes to removal, it's going to be nice and easy to remove. So we're going to take the wax off, and for that I want to use our finishing towel. Now this is ultra plush and ultra soft, so it's fantastic for removing wax and leaving it with a streak-free finish. So get the towel nice and folded, because it starts out like that, and nice and folded. This means that once I've done an area, I can unfold the towel. I've got a fresh bit of microfiber, so I'm not pushing around wax. Wipe one way, flip the towel, buff the other. Now this works up incredibly well on dark cars to make sure you get a streak-free finish and no white marks. One thing to notice is we do have big kind of plastic areas on the car. Now, if you're unsure about using products or a machine polisher around those, you can mask them up. It's not a problem at all. But one thing to keep in mind is our products are plastic safe, so if they do go on there, they're going to come straight off and they're not going to mark them. So that's why I'm not too worried about using tape at this point. So the paintwork's done, it's nice and glossy. We're going to give it a final detail once we're done. But, so what we're going to move on to next are those tied plastics. So we're going to be using our Ultimate Black, and we're going to be using our Even Coat pad. Now you saw during the washing period that we used our MPC to degrease these. Now you want to do that before applying something like this to really make sure you've got everything that might be sitting on those plastics off. So it's going to give them a real deep clean and allow this to really bond to the plastics. So this is not only going to kind of give it a new lease of life, it's also going to give it some UV protection as well, so it's going to keep those blacks looking black for much longer.
So the reason why these do go discoloured is because of UV and sunlight.
UV damage, yeah. These plastics, you know, there's nothing really on them to protect them from that, so you do see them fade over time. So regular maintenance using our Ultimate Black is just going to keep on top of those. So if you've got a lighter colour car, sometimes once you've waxed it and detailed it down, sometimes you can miss areas because of the colour. Sometimes it's easy to kind of miss those leftover wax residues. So just get detailer, fog it over the panel. And what this will do is settle on any leftover residues, and when you go over with a finishing towel, it means you get a perfect flawless finish. And there we have it. So now the car's outside, it's looking fantastic. Let's have a walk around and kind of recap what we've done so far. Now, on the wheels and tyres, we used our ultimate all-wheel cleaner to degrease them and remove the hardened dirt and grime. We then went around all these plastic areas in the lower sections of the car with our multi-purpose cleaner. This helped degrease it and loosen up any excess dirt and grime that's sitting on the surface. We then jet washed the body down and then used our ultimate snow foam to loosen up any excess dirt and grime that's on the paintwork before jet washing it down and washing it using our Wash Plus. Now this gave it a real deep scrub and really kind of brought out any kind of hardened kind of contaminants that were in the paint, so it kind of gently clay barred the surface and made it nice and smooth. We then got it into the bay and used our 3-in-1 wax to give it a real brightness and protection. So we used it with our yellow polishing disc and our MT320 machine polisher. That helped us kind of gently revive the paint, but also give it that real kind of bright finish and wax protection. We then moved on to the plastics. So we addressed them at the start using our MPC multi-purpose cleaner. So we degreased them and then used our ultimate black to kind of feed into that plastic, give it a new lease of life, but also the UV protection. We finished it off using our Pure Clarity glass cleaner and then finished the whole car off with our ultimate detailer, which gave it a nice bit of gloss and added protection. Brought it outside, it looks fantastic. And there we have it, a nice easy way to brighten and protect your silver car. Now if you like this content and you like more Meguiars content, make sure to like, share and subscribe and hit that notification bell to get notified when the next Meguiars video is out. Thanks for watching.